All right, hi guys. Today we're going to talk a little bit about some individual defensive drill, breakdown drill work that you can apply to your practices. So this is just the mechanics of playing great defense, and we'll get into those drills in a little bit. And then we'll just introduce a little bit of our footwork for our perimeter scoring moves. So you'll have a few offensive drill work, things you can do in your practice, and a few defensive individual skill work. When we talked about that practice plan, there's a component for 10, 12 minutes each day that you can do, and we'll do that every single day. We do some kind of skill work, both offensively and defensively, for our high school program. Today we got three guys with us: Adam Erickson, Cale Murphy, and Blair Slaughter. These guys are all varsity starters. They'll play a lot of high school basketball this year, and we expect great things. So this is the best we got in our program, and they're here to demonstrate and show you some of those things. We'll stop when they make a couple mistakes, just working on the teaching points that we want to instill in our guys, and hopefully maybe that can give you some ideas and spark some different ideas and teaching points for you in your practices. So the first thing we do literally every day, or at least 4 times a week, every day at the beginning of the season all the way up to Christmas break, and even a couple times a week during the January and February months when we're playing 2 or 3 times, we do something we call a closeout progression. So all this is going to do is give me a guy right here and then a guy on the baseline. We're going to toss it. Okay, so Adam will be the offensive guy. Okay, Blair will toss it to him, then Cale will come through, and he's going to break down, and we're just working on closing out. So from the baseline to the guy that catches the pass, going from the paint on a skip pass or wherever that ball may be. If Blair's guy is Adam, he's tossing it out, high hands, short steps, and then we're just going to close out. So the first thing is toss ball, close out. Okay, so he's going to toss it to Adam, hard close out. He's saying ball, 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 and everybody knows he's guarding the basketball. Okay, so we would do that in a partner situation, or if you got odd numbers, you can do groups of 3. The next person comes out, however you want to rotate that. That's step 1. Just toss ball, high hands, choppy feet. That's what we're working on. We don't want to be flailing over the top. We don't want to be really lazy and slow. When we close out, we want to be within an arm distance of that basketball so we can track it and contest it. We don't necessarily want to be up in here either, because then one dribble they can get by us. Okay, so when Blair does that, he's tossing ball, high hands, and he's tracking it with his hand right there. He knows he can get there. He's got the space right here, so he's got a little reaction time on the bounce. Okay, so that's the first thing, just a toss ball, high hand, close out. Okay, so now Cale's going to guard Blair, and we're just going to do the high hands, track the ball in what we call space. So Cale's going to come out, high hands, okay? And then as soon as Blair brings it down, Cale's going to space away, because now he knows that Blair is a threat to put it on the dribble. A lot of times when we have bad closeouts or don't have success defensively and we give up the drive, is because we come out here and guard, and then as soon as he sets it down, we don't space away. I can still contest, but I get a little space so I can get myself a half a second to react. So go ahead, Cale, let's do that again. Toss it high on a pass, track the ball, space away, okay? So we're high hands on the toss, space away. You're tracking the ball, watching. Do it again, full speed here. High hands, ball, 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 ball. Space, 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 space. Okay, so we'll do that 3, 4, 5 times. Okay, so your first one is toss ball, high hands. Choppy, balanced, be there. Okay, second progression is high hands, space away. Okay, so then our third phase, so you'll do 3 to 5 reps, and then you'll rotate. And then you'll rotate again back to the original group, and then we'll do the second phase. Okay, so close out and space away. Now the third one will actually have Blair putting it on the floor. Okay, so now Cale and Adam will have to guard the dribble for 2 dribbles, and we'll talk about that in a second as soon as Cale does it right here.
Whoa, space.
Okay, good. Now let's do it again. You want to rotate through? Let's talk about a couple things here. When Kale does that, when Blair puts it on the floor, toss it out. High hands, space away, good. Now, as soon as it's put on the floor, it's extremely important that Adam keeps his hip angle, okay? He's keeping his hip angle, pushing him one way or the other, all right? The other thing is important, come back, is Adam staying in a stance, okay? He's down here in an athletic defensive stance, and as soon as Kale puts it on the floor, he's just staying low, okay? What most of us do, the teaching point, if I'm here and I'm guarding Kale, as soon as he puts it on the floor, my first action would be to stand up, and I haven't moved anywhere. And that's where we give up the advantage to the offensive player 95% of the time. It's extremely important. If I'm guarding him, I'm pushing off that back step, off that back foot. Okay, so if he's going that way, I'm low. I'm still low. Okay, you don't allow your guys to come up and then just shuffle because you've lost your angle and you've lost your advantage. So let's do it a couple rotations here. Guard him, good, Adam, good. Rotate through. Now Blair can do it. He can use a few extra reps. You're just guarding. You can go left, you can go right, 2 dribbles, 2 hard steps on the closeout, okay? Good, good. All right, so this is what we'll do. We'll go through all 3 phases. We're going to do 3 reps each, okay? So high hands balanced, and then you go to offense to defense, just rotate through. Huh? Nope, just the first progression is just high hands and being balanced on a closeout, okay? Each of you will do 1 rep of that, then each of you will do 1 rep of the space, then each of you will do the third thing, which is high hands, space, and guard, okay? So here we go. We'll watch these guys go through this drill. High hands, good. Next person. No, you're up. Oh, ankle. Okay. Boom, boom. Good, good, good. One more. Boom, 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 boom. Good, good. Now we're going to track. Now we're going to close out, track the ball, and space away. So this is the second piece of the progression. Go ahead, Kale. Space. Good. One more. Good, Adam. Good. All right. Now the third step of the progression would be high hands, track and space, and now guard. All right, here we go. Good, good. Just guarding, staying in a stance, keeping your hip angle. Tossing the ball, spacing away, hip angle. Good, good job, good job. All right. That's the closeout progression that we will do every single day, and then we add some intensities to those types of things. So then the next thing we would do is go from the wing, all right, and we're just going to do toss ball from the block, okay? And the only reason I want to do it from here is after we do those reps, now we go 2 guys over here, 2 guys over there doing the same thing. Okay, and they just alternate. So this group will go, and as soon as they score or don't score, then the next group will go. So all we're doing is toss ball, same thing, but now it's live. So now Adam's trying to score, Kale's trying to stop him, but we're working on the closeouts, and we're working on some one-on-one scoring moves from the wing. Okay, so a couple things I want to talk about when you guys come out and guard him. Just come guard him. When we close out, we have to talk a lot about our guys, where they're closing out to, okay? A lot of kids will just close out and guard the guy on the perimeter with no real focus, okay? What we mean by that is when we talk to our guys, we're closing out to the inside shoulder, okay? So Adam's here, and we're taking away his middle shoulder. Because in our team philosophy, we don't want any middle drive whatsoever. We're pushing them to the baseline, if they want to put it on the floor. Okay, so if we come out here and close out like this, we're inviting the middle drive. Okay, so when we close out, we're really teaching them to close out on the inside shoulder of the offensive player. Okay, so I'm down here, all my closeout stuff that we just worked out, I'm applying all that stuff, but I'm on the inside shoulder. Okay, everybody understand that? All else stays the same. I'm pushing them to the baseline. Now the other thing is, the other teaching point would be, we don't want to close out like this to invite the baseline. Okay? So we want to be squared up, hip angle is on their hip angle. Okay? We don't want to have our angle like this and their angle like that. We want to be squared up on the inside shoulder. Okay? So let's see if these guys can do that. Let's do 2 reps each. Yes, so now the part of the drill then, this would be another breakdown drill. Adam is trying to go by Cale. Cale's literally tossing the ball, spacing and tracking and spacing and guarding, and Adam gets 3 dribbles, okay? So they're literally playing live. Cale's working on his defensive closeouts. Adam's working on his scoring moves. Two reps in a row, and then you get 2 reps. Toss, high toss. Okay? Now, what happened there? Adam, good jab, cross. Did he get to a scoring place? Yeah. We would say, all right, Cale, you're going to have to get up in him a little bit and take away that middle. Okay? That's what we would instruct him to do. Okay? Now, what was wrong with that one? What was wrong with that one? What was wrong with that one? Cale's hands were down here, weren't they? He wasn't ready to defend. So on a good closeout, he's here, the ball's down here. Let's turn this way so the camera can see. Okay? On a toss ball, he's here. Now he's got to track the ball. And as soon as Adam brings it up, I got to get high. I got to contest. Whereas Cale will still guard in the dribble. Okay? You got to contest. You don't have to contest here, because it could be a shot fake and go around. Keep your space, and all you really need is a hand in their face to distract. That shooting percentage drops down to like 18% when it's contested. Okay, so get your hands up. Two reps, Adam. There you go. Good. Hand up. Contested shot. Contested shot. Here we go. High hands. Boom, boom, space, space, space. Again, what happened there? What happened there? What would be the teaching point on this one? Okay, gave up the wrong angle. So Cale's here, he spaced, and as soon as he put it on the floor, Adam's hips opened up because he wanted to keep his angle. Okay, so as soon as Murph goes, my first step should be towards the baseline. Okay? That's got to be your first step. And you probably was more like, if we watch the video, it's probably here. Go ahead. My first angle for Adam was probably up and back instead of staying low and pushing him to the baseline. Because if we get one bounce and Cale doesn't get an advantage, from here, one more bounce, he's probably just going to reverse the basketball or take a very tough contested shot from the baseline. Okay? Which will win that position every time. Okay? So, closeout progression, and then you got wing scoring. Okay? So those are 2 very good individual defensive skill drills that you can do with your guys every single day. Okay?